Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbana Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nawaitu ta'allum wa ta'lim wa tadhakkur wa tadhkir wa naf'a wal intifa' wal ifada wal istifadah wal hadda ala tamassuki bi kitabillahi wa sunnati rasulih wa du'a ila al huda wa dalalata ala al khair ibtigha wajhillah wa mardatihi wa qurbihi wa thawabihi amin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Wa ba'du. So ma'asi lisan ومعاصي اللسان كثيرة أيضا مثل الغيبة مثل الغيبة وهي ذكر أخاك مسلم ويكره وإن كنت صادقا. والنميمة والكذب والشتم والسب والعين واللعن وغيرها. So we continue dekat syatam. So Abdul Ahmad say wasyatam wassab. So syatam is insult. So insult and sub actually boleh samakan. Imam Nawawi said is the same thing. But yeah, Abdul Ahmad differentiate. So insult is to insult a Muslim and offend him to his face. That means it's if like riba we talk behind him, now it is in front, in your face. You offend the person in your face, especially a Muslim. This is prohibited even to a non-Muslim. You cannot hurt even non-Muslim. So if a fellow Muslim, then lagi lah. And hadith supporting this is to insult a Muslim is corruption, while to wage war on him is disbelief. And another one, those who insult each other are but two devils abusing and slandering one another. And to return two insults for one is a major sin. So basically, insulting is you can end up in slandering people when you insult them, especially when you are in an argument and then you just want to hurt the person. So you just be creative and you just think of whatever thing that can hurt, whatever words that can hurt his feeling. So you will just say something, then even something that is not true for him, you just say. Then that's slandering. So slandering is a sin. So it can lead to slandering also. So what I said, both slandering and insult is shatam, and slandering is both haram. Then abuse, sub. Imam Nawawi says sub and shatam are the same thing. That is to speak negatively about someone's honor. So you bring him down, that's shatam or sub. According to Imam Nawawi, it's the same thing. But sub is actually means abuse. You degrade him, or verbal abuse, or can also be physical abuse. Physical abuse lagi haram. So verbal, because this is we talking about vices of the tongue, so they focus on the tongue. So vulgar is considered, can be insulting. You say offensive words, and if it's not offensive, it's something that is not good, then it's still not proper for a Muslim. But if it's a vulgar word, then Muslim shouldn't use vulgar words. Then in the Quran, and do not insult wala tasubbu. Ni ada ayat tu. ولا تسبوا الذين يدعون من دون الله فيسبوا الله عدوا بغير علم كذلك زينا لكل أمة عملهم ثم إلى ربهم مرجعهم فينبئهم بما كانوا يعملون. So the meaning is, and do not insult. Wala tasubbu. The word sub is here. Wala tasubbu, those who invoke other than Allah. So do not insult those who invoke other than Allah. So in the Quran, Allah is saying that do not insult those who praying or invoke, call, yad'u kan, yad'u is invoke Mana dia? Wala tasubbu alladhina yad'una min dunillahi fayasubbu Allah adwan bighairi ilm. Because if you insult him because of his invoking towards other than Allah, then he will insult you. Because um, what is that? He don't know. He's jahil. Then you insult him because, oh, what are you doing? Praying to a tree. This person prays to a tree. So or he prays to like some gaib punya arwah or whatever. So you say, what are you doing? You are like a clown playing. You are like a stupid guy praying to a tree or whatever. So out of anger, he will insult you back, and he will say, "Oh, your God is also like that. Your God is stupid. Because of your insult to him for praying to the tree, now he insult Allah because of enmity to you. Because just to hurt you back, because you hurt him, because to him the tree is his God. But so much slowly if you want to dakwah. Walhasil you don't insult someone who is a non-Muslim. So because and do not insult wala tasubbu, those who invoke other than Allah, lest they insult fayasubbullah, in enmity without knowledge. Because he don't have the knowledge of Allah, he don't have the knowledge of Islam. So because of your insult towards his God, he will insult our God. He will insult Allah. So because of your insult, so that's a problem. Thus we made pleasing, and the Quran continue. Thus we thus we made thus we have made pleasing to every community their deeds. Then to their Lord is their return, and He will inform them about what they used to do. So you just leave it to Allah lah. Yeah. You don't need to insult them. You can da'wah to them, but nicely, with hikmah and with properly, not insulting. So any religion, even they praying to something macam to us is stupid, like macam to a tree or praying to a stone or whatever. To nowadays, we will find it stupid, but then you cannot insult them. Huh? Behind them, it's not insult lah. You can say, yeah, it's such a stupid thing to do, but then you don't insult them because it is stupid. For us, is anybody who prays other than Allah is to us is stupid, but we is jahil lah. Jahil is stupid because they don't have the knowledge of Islam, and is the proper Islam haven't reached them. Even if the Islam have reached them, then they don't want to accept, then is their loss. So to us, it's a loss. It's a big loss. So we can comment, of course, we can comment, but not in front of them, unless it's a debate. It's a debate like Christian Islam debate. Then we can say, oh, you do this, like let's say our take, oh, Jesus is not God, he's a prophet. That's insulting to them. To them, it's God or whatever lah, because they have different, like what the God, the Lord, and the Holy Ghost, whatever, the Trinity thing. To us, the Trinity is a stupid thing, but to them, it's not. So if it's in a debate, a proper debate, a set up debate, academic debate, then you can say, I think you are doing a stupid thing, but not behind their back and not just to insult them. But if it's debate, then okay lah. They bring out their points, we bring out our points. Apa nama dia? Munagashah ilmiah. It's a academic discussion. Then you can discuss about that, but don't insult. Then next one is cursing. Cursing. Mana dia? Cursing Cursing apa? Syatam sama. According to Imam Nawawi, same lah. It's the same thing. Maybe slide. Then apa? La'an. La'an is like cursing. Cursing. La'an, li'an. La'an, li'an. La'naha. It's the same thing. Cursing is like saying to a believer. Condemn. Cursing. Laknat condemn. Laknat. Li'an. La'an. La'an is cursing. Like you say to a believer, a Muslim, you say you are a disbeliever, ente kafir, then that thing will go back to you because of a hadith. If you are if a man says to his brother, "Oh kafir," then it returns to one of them. So either one will get the kafir. So either the person is a true kafir, like A says to B, "You are a kafir." So if B is really a kafir, then the kafir go back to him. But if he's a Muslim, then the kafir go back to A because of cursing B, a Muslim, saying that he's a kafir. So the kufur go back to him. So very dangerous. So do not takfir. Takfir is a very dangerous thing. The habaib, they don't like takfir. They will, as much as they can, they will never say any, like any what any Muslim, whatever sect they are, Shia, whatever, no, they will never takfir. They will just say he's a Muslim, but we don't follow them. They don't follow us. We don't. Their teachers are not our teachers, and we can say they are fasik according to our school. They are fasik because we don't follow their teaching. But you cannot say they are kafir. Also passing judgment on them that they are guilty of heresy or corruption without ascertaining their status. So like you say, oh, this guy is um, what? This guy has committed a apa namanya? Murtad apa? Apostasy, heresy, or you have said something that could make you be out of Islam. But you have to ascertain his words first before you jump to all these conclusions. You must ask him first. That's why if a judge they hear that this person report to the judge, this guy has murtad, then he will say, what did he say? Or he say that he don't want to pray. Then he will call him, Ya Fulan, what do you say? I heard you said you don't want to pray. Is that true? Then he will say, okay, then he will ascertain macam, what did you actually say? Because if you don't want to pray, why? Is it because you are lazy, or because you don't believe in prayer, or you don't think prayer is wajib? So can be many things. Maybe he say he don't want to pray. He means like he don't want to pray on something. So he can be so many things. So the judge will always try not to make a person fall into a kufur. He will just like, especially macam zina. If a person say I committed zina, alhamdulillah, he said I committed zina, then the judge say maybe you do. How certain are you? He will try to divert the thing. How certain are you that you have committed zina? Maybe you didn't really zina. You made what is that? Uh, apa nama dia tu? Istimta. 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 Something like that. Then he said, no, I really have committed zina. Okay, since you say you have committed zina, then do you have any witnesses? No witnesses. Okay, then you keep it to yourself. So, but since you have confess, then I have to do something. So he give a lighter punishment because there's no what? There are no witnesses. You must have 4 witnesses, something like that. So you always, like all these big sins, you don't judge a person. You don't. You must ascertain first before the judgment is passed on them. Or praying for evil to fall to other Muslims. This is also a sin. Like cursing someone. So you pray for a Muslim, may he die fast because he owe me money. He don't want to pay. Pergi mampus dengan dia. All these are sinful for a Muslim to pray that evil fall onto other Muslims. Curse cursing, la'an. Then can only there is a bab la'an, li'an. bab li'an. Bab li'an is in the munakahat, and bab marriage. Marriage there is a li'an where you are allowed to do li'an, because this one is special case. But you don't really say, oh apa, you can do a li'an, the person can do a li'an to the wife in this case for munakahat, because he don't believe that the child is his, and the girl don't have evidence, this guy don't have evidence. So now he do li'an. But once nanti ada consequences lah. Once the guy does a li'an, then there will be the consequences is nanti separated and all this lah. Then the child won't be his, unless the girl can come up with a proof. And the guy, if come up with a proof, then dah settle lah. But the guy cannot prove, but the guy heavily suspected that the wife has an affair with another guy, and this guy, this child is not his. In this case, they call it li'an. You can do the li'an to the wife, but the wife cannot do li'an to the husband. There's no such thing. Because the baby is definitely the girl's baby lah. But then wala'anatullah alal apa? In the Quran ada la'natullah and ghadaballah. So in this, if the wife lie, then the la'nah. If the guy lie, then la'natullah alayh. In the Quran says the la'nah of Allah, the curse of Allah will be upon that guy if the guy lies. But if the woman lie, he said in the Quran said ghadaballahu ala I can't remember lah, ala the woman. So ghadab, in the ulama tafsirkan between curse, la'an, and ghadab ada difference, and they say ghadab is worse than la'an. So la'natullah and ghadaballah, the ghadab of Allah, the wrath of Allah is worse than the curse of Allah. That's why Allah says the la'nah of Allah upon the lying husband, but the wrath of Allah will be upon the lying wife if she lies. If she don't lie, then tak ada. And the wife, so either one will get, because someone is lying. What cannot both not lying. Someone is lying. Suspicious. If he's suspicious, he's not lying. He say, he don't say, but yeah, if he's saying that, he's accusing the wife of affair, because how the truth is not lying, unless you know, then he must. But this one is like quite straightforward juga. Macam if he knows this impossible can be my last being with my wife 10 months ago, then suddenly 6 months dah keluar, so impossible. Then the wife can come up with the story, the husband come up with the story. So cannot do anything, then do this li'an. But all this must be executed in front of a judge. Cannot just anybody, cannot, must be the judge, qadi, to do these things. Then the qadi will advise. So that is li'an. And to pray for evil to fall in other Muslim is some of the ulama bab faraid kan. If they say, if you kill a person, let's say this person A, he knows his father got a lot of money, then he's so old but he don't want to die, he's not dying, so A cannot tahan, so I want this money fast, so he kill him. Once got proof that A kills his father, A won't get the money, the faraid, he won't get his share, because he's the sabab, he's the cause of death, direct cause of death. But some ulama say, then what if the A know his father is not dying, lambat sangat, dah 80 years old and haven't died, so every day he, Allah matikanlah dia cepat, matikanlah cepat. make him die faster, I want the money. In this case, the ulama say it also can be a direct cause. So, but most ulama say no, doa is tak pakai. It doesn't cause the direct. It's not like a murder or what, sleep him, he slide ke apa, main bola slide, itu purposely, itu ada cause of death. But and one more thing, if he's driving his father, he got no intention of killing his father, but then they met an accident, bam, the father died because he's driving, but not on purpose, pun he don't get the share. That one ada some discussions but if it's his fault, the direct fault, then he don't get. Right. Dia, whoa. Then he don't get. But people might not know. But according to Fege, he don't get because he's the sabab. He's the, if people can prove that, someone can prove that he's the sabab, the cause of death due to this guy, then he don't get. Same for other waris the same thing, father, brother, whatever as long as waris concerned. So that's the effect of li'an and all this doa. So it's very detailed There are these discussions. So and then Abid Ahmad continued, many things beside this, many other vices of the tongues not mentioned here. Like I said last time, Imam Ghazali have listed and detailed 20 vices of the tongue in his Ihya. And Imam Haddad also, but not 20 lah. Imam Haddad in Risalatul Jami'ah. Some examples are like giving false oath, or false witness. This is a very big sin. False oath and false witness is mentioned in the Quran also. Then mocking, same lah. Mocking like similar to abuse also. Mocking like making fun of the person. Then tail bearing, calumny, this one we went through. Tail bearing is namimah. Then false promises also haram. Quarreling, arguing, disputing for no valid reason or due to ego. You dispute due to your ego, or indecent speech. Indecent speech like vulgarities or talking about things that doesn't concern him, and competing for speech. All these are vices of the tongue, and many more. Maybe you can check here if you want the 20 vices of the tongue. And apa nama dia? Talking about things that doesn't concern him, and some ulama even say, even talking about weather is like pointless. Is part of apa namanya? Buat kosong kalam fadhi what talk? Empty talk. I said it falls into things that doesn't concern him, because the weather you cannot change the weather. So you just want to small talk someone it's hot today then according to some ulama, this is useless talk you don't need to talk about the weather. So if you don't have anything to talk, just keep quiet but it's not haram to talk about the weather. Then mocking and scorning, the Quran says, O believers, do not let some men ridicule each other, ridicule others. They may be better than them, nor let some women ridicule other women. They may be better than them. Do not taunt, defame one another, nor call one another names. So name calling also cannot. It's in the Quran. It is an evil thing, bad name after faith. So I cannot find a better translation. Ismu apa? Bi'sal ismu ba'dal iman. Bi'sal ismu ba'dal iman. So the translation is Bi'sal ismu ba'dal iman. So bad name after faith. That one have to see the tafsir what's the exact meaning. And whoever does not repent, it is they who are the true wrongdoers. So all these vices of the tongue is actually mentioned in the Quran. This include also mocking and scorning. This includes laughing at others, laughing in disdain at others, and ridiculing them. Like you bodoh-bodohkan dia, especially in a crowd. You don't, yeah, friends normally they joke one another, they joke, but not too much lah. If you know it hurts the person, then it's haram, especially in a crowd. If one on one, not so bad, but it still falls under insult. So the best is don't lah. But joking is it's not prohibited. It's just that as long as what it doesn't hurt. So that one is will differ for every individual lah. Tail bearing we went through. So Allah Alam completed. Next one is what? Ma'asil udun. The vices of the ear. InsyaAllah that one will continue next week. Allah Alam. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا انفعنا بما علمتنا ربي علمنا الذي ينفعنا ربي فقهنا وفقه أهلنا وقرابة لنا في ديننا مع أهل القتر أنت وذكر ربي وفقنا وفقهم لما ترتضي قولا وفعلا كرما وارزق الكل حلالا دائما وأخل أتقى علماء نحظى بالخير ونكفى كل شر ربنا أصلح لنا كل شؤون وقر بالرضا منك العيون واقض عنا ربنا كل الديون قبل أن تأتينا رسل المنون واغفر واستر أنت أكرم من ستر وصلاة الله تغشى مصطفى من إلى الحق دعانا والوفاء بكتاب فيه للناس شفاء وعلى الآل الكرام الشرفاء وعلى الصحب مصابيه الغرار اللهم اهدنا بهداك واجعلنا ممن يسارع في رضاك ولا تولنا وليا سواك ولا تجعلنا ممن خالف أمرك وعصاك وحسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين.